everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary and I talk about faith, marriage and lifestyle. Thank you so much for your love and thank you for support always. If you're new here, you're welcome and feel at home. So today I'll be talking on the topic women in the Bible that every young woman should study. After reading some Christian books, I've come to realize that there are some key women in the Bible that every young woman should study. And you can learn a lot from any character in the Bible. But studying these four women can help you as a young woman. So the first woman you need to study is the foolish woman of Proverbs. You may wonder or you may be surprised to see this woman at the top of my list and you should study and why you should study her. Because the reason why you need to study this kind of woman, this foolish woman of Proverbs, is you need to know what kind of woman you should not become and how you should not live your life. And when you go through the book of Proverbs, there is a lot that have been said about this strange woman and about this foolish woman, and those things are not pretty at all. So Proverbs has even more to say about the foolish man. So there is also a foolish man. So as a young woman, you can apply this in your life in two ways. First, you need to make sure that the foolish attributes are not found in your life. And also you need to find, you need to be warned so that you don't marry a foolish man. Don't make a mistake of getting married to a foolish man. And if you want to know more about this kind of foolish man, just go through the book of Proverbs and also find those attributes of a foolish woman. When you go through Proverbs, you find those attributes of a foolish woman. The best way to do this is to just mark those attributes. Wherever you get an attribute of a foolish woman, just mark them with a bold pen or bold mark, and you go through them, and these are just by the grace of God, avoid this kind of attributes and also avoid this kind of man, because when you get connected yourself to this kind of foolish man, I'm telling you, you will not like it at the end. So it is best for you, it's the best thing for you just to go through and study more about this kind of foolish woman of Proverbs, and I pray that God will give you grace to do so. Another thing that you need, another kind of woman you need to study is the wise woman in Proverbs. Yes, there is a foolish woman of Proverbs and there is also a wise woman in Proverbs. The Bible gives us a peek into life and the character of a wise woman. Oftentimes Proverbs talks a lot about the wise woman. That everyone that is contrast to a foolish or a strange woman. So you need to study her, and you need to know her attributes of a wise woman, and find out what God says a wise woman looks like. You should look for her, her shining and radiant qualities, and ask God to help you to cultivate some of those traits. There's nothing that God has told us to be or to do that is not possible, because His grace is always available. So you need to go through the book of Proverbs and find those characteristics or attributes of a wise woman. Just mark them or write them in your notebook, and by the grace of God, just ask, just believe God to give you grace, to be and to have those attributes of a wise woman in Proverbs. And I believe that if you are willing to have those attributes, I know God will help you to have them. Another kind of woman that you must study, or you should study as a woman, the virtuous woman. Proverbs 31 woman is every Christian's woman ideal or role model. And we cannot be that kind of woman. We just need God to give us grace, to look, as to look for the attributes that this virtuous woman had. And when you go through the book of Proverbs 31, you read more about this virtuous woman. The Bible says that her price is far above rubies. I'm sure you want to be that kind of woman. And you just need God's grace to help you, to be that virtuous woman. So just go through the book of Proverbs and just write those what God has said concerning this kind of woman, and ask God to give you that grace. She is the kind of woman or wife, a neighbor or a friend, even a mother you should all strive to be, no matter what stage of life you are in. Maybe you are not married, maybe you are not a mother, but you just need to have these attributes of Proverbs 31 woman. And you just need to ask God to give you grace. And I believe that the grace of God is always available for whatever that we need from God. So just I think just go through the book of Proverbs 31 and just note down those characteristics of this kind of woman. And if you desire, I'm telling you, God will give you grace. It may not be now, today, but if you really eager to have those characteristics, God will help you, to be that kind of, Proverbs that one, that virtuous woman. Just learn how to be a virtuous woman, and I know that God will help you. Another woman that you should study as a young woman, you need to study this Mary, mother of Jesus. Yes, Mary, mother of Jesus. If any woman, if there's any woman that you need to study in the Bible, in the New Testament, is Mary, mother of Jesus. It is, she was not perfect, but she was a woman that found favor in the eyes of God. You can learn more about her. You can learn a lot from her, because she was a humble and a joyful woman. And she spent her years, many of her years, raising the very Son of God. So I'm sure there is something that as a young woman you need to learn from this woman that raised the Son of God. There's so many things that you need to learn from her. So just go through the New Testament, especially the gospel, the four gospels, and especially Matthew, and you get to know this Mary, mother of Jesus. And there's something I'm telling you are going to learn from her. And I believe if you desire to learn something from, to study Mary, mother of Jesus, your life will not be the same again. So I just believe that as a young woman, there's something that I've gotten in this video. Or you, even if you are not a woman and you are watching me, just share this video with those who think they need it, or those young women. And I pray that God will help you as you go through this kind of women. And I love to hear from you, so just feel free to leave me a comment in the comment box. And if you've gotten something in this video, give this video a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, just kindly just click on the red button below the video written subscribe. And also you can share this video. And also, if there's a video that I shared last week on biblical topics that you must study, every young woman must study, so just click on the link in the description to watch that video, and I promise you, you'll be blessed as you listen to that video. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your love. See you in my next video. Bye.